What is going on, guys? Tokido here, and today we are actually going to be working on my daily. We're going to be changing the cabin air filter. So before we get started, it's important to explain as to why you should change your cabin air filter. Now, your cabin air filter is of course in charge of filtering all the debris that might come inside the car whenever you have your AC on, your ventilation. And the thing is that over time, of course, the ventilation on the car gets clogged up with stuff, right? It gets dirty. And eventually you would need to change that. And if you don't change your cabin air filter, of course, you're in risk of putting your health and your passengers' health in danger, because at the end of the day, if there's some debris in there, you're breathing it in. And so with the cabin air filter, it's recommended to change it between 30 to 35,000 miles, or at least every year. But that really varies dependent upon where you're at, the driving conditions, and essentially the kind of place that you're driving to. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and change it right now, and I'll show you guys how to do it in the Honda. So I have a 9th gen 2015 Honda Accord, and the cabin air filter is actually located behind the glove box. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it here, and what you do is you just squeeze these two plastic tabs right here. This essentially is what's holding this whole piece together. And what you could do is squeeze it, and it folds down. And then you guys can see that there is a little kind of an anchor right here. And what you do is you just press down on it, and that it'll essentially go all the way down, and it'll show you where the cabin air filter is at. It's kind of the same thing what we did for the big piece down here. There's gonna be two tabs, and there's gonna be an arrow that you'll see. And what you do is you just squeeze those tabs, and the plate will pretty much come out like so. Here you go. So after pulling off the tab, what you guys will see is the cabin air filter, and it's literally as easy as just pulling it out. So now that we got the old cabin air filter out, we're gonna go ahead and exchange it for it's called Fun Driving. This is not OEM, but it is OEM spec. I got these on Amazon for $8. So these are just pretty much the same exact thing as this one. I mean, even the same color and size. Obviously this looks a lot dirtier. Yeah, you can buy air filters on Amazon. These are pretty cheap, and I suggest that you guys change it yourself. My girlfriend had her Camry inspected, and they needed some new cabin air filter, and they were charging her $80. So do it yourself. You really do not need the dealership to do this for you, or any independent shop. Now, before you guys install the new cabin air filter, keep in mind that there is a font right here that says airflow and an arrow. Now, this has to match with the housing of the cabin air filter, and it says where the airflow is pointed at. Make sure you just follow that arrow, and you should be good to go and just putting it on. Well, everyone, hopefully that helped you out in terms of how to change your cabin air filter if you have a Honda Accord like mine, or just in general, it gives you an idea of how to change it, because they're pretty universal in a way. It's all kind of the same, process. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.